In 1974, Brick Riviera left Nicaragua to become America's sweetheart, quickly winning the Junior League Semi-Pro Amateur Interleague Basketball Championship. He is an expert in 22 distinct forms of martial arts. He lives a life of action and adventure, intrigue and passion. Feared by none, loved by all. He is the world's second most interesting man.
I don't eat pastries, but when I have to have them, I like them with pink frosting. Keep reading, my friends.
Well, I mean, I definitely prefer to be clean shaven. I mean, when I don't shave, I look like Jake.
Yeah, and that's bad news, man. You never want to look like him, man. That's messed up. Hey, welcome to One Shot Presents. I'm Brick.
And I'm Tiger.
And what we do here is we review comics and action figures.
That's right. This week, we're just kind of kicking it, living it up in the old front yard. Beautiful summer day.
That's right. We're doing a little bit of lawn care, running around the neighborhood. But this week, we're trying something new. We're going to start with a new segment.
That's right. We're going to go ahead and affectionately refer to this segment as Bad Comics by Great Writers.
Or as I like to call it, Comics That Suck.
Book 1, The Walking Dead by Robert Kirkman. Now, here's the thing about this. I turned Brick onto this book. This used to be one of my favorite books. I'm not so sold on it now. Everyone talks about how edgy it is, how gritty it is, and I kind of feel like it used to be, but I kind of feel like it's just getting to the point where it's trying to be too hard to be gritty. I mean, you take Invincible, for example. When Omni-Man kills all those people at the very beginning, it's intense because the first 7 issues have been very kid-like, very kid-friendly, and then all of a sudden he blows people's heads up. That's amazing. That's a great shift. This has just been the same people getting their heads cut off since day one, so I just don't feel like it's got that edge that it needs to have. I almost think it needs to kind of tone it down a little bit and then come back with a punch.
Book 2, Justice Society by Jeff Johns. This is the killer that's doing Flash Rebirth, Green Lantern, The Blackest Night. One of the coolest books, one of the most anticipated books. Where are you going? Anyway, he's gonna be doing this thing. World War II was a long time ago. You gotta get rid of these characters. They're old, they're tired. I want them dead. Throw this book away.
Book 3, Terry Moore's run on Runaways. Again, this used to be one of my favorite books. I used to look forward to it coming out every month. But, you know, he's taken over Brian K. Vaughan's creation, and he didn't really have any Terry Moore moments. I mean, this guy made his career on having really small, beautiful little scenes between characters, and I felt like his whole run was just trying too hard to be action, and this is a dialogue man. He's not an action man. So I kind of felt like this whole series was just, it didn't really know what it was.
This book sucks too, Mighty Avengers. What happened? You had a kick-ass title. I mean, we used to have a plot that we could follow. Now, Hank Pym's the leader? Really? Hank Pym's the leader? Who the hell's Hank Pym? Let's keep Scarlet Witch dead. She did great things back in the past. It's time to let her go. The problem with this book is it's totally disjointed. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna stick to Initiative. I'm gonna stick to New Avengers. Those are great titles. Bendis, where are you? Come save this title. All right, for a comic that doesn't suck, we've chosen G.I.Joe Cobra by Gage, Costa, and Fuso.
Now, I'm gonna get serious here. I'm speaking as a child of the 80s. I never really got into the Joe. You know, I was into Ghostbusters, I was into He-Man, but G.I. Joe just never really did it for me. But this book changed my mind. I mean, this book will just, it's unreal how good it is.
Now, I was around. I'm a little bit older. I loved G.I. Joe as a kid. I mean, who doesn't know the theme song? Whenever there's trouble, G.I. Joe is there. But this book is crazy. Okay, what it's about is that, you know, it's the early beginnings of the Cobra organization. G.I. Joe has sent an operative to go gather information. Chuckles. I don't know if you guys know who this character is. You probably don't. He was a nobody.
Yeah, I did a little research. You know, Chuckles was actually kind of a joke of a character in the cartoon and the early comic books, but they make him really cool here. And what's great is they give it the Batman Begins treatment, making it a little more gritty, but it's not over the top. He's still kind of a hokey character, but they make it where it's just really cool.
Now, it's on issue 3, but you should go try and find issue 1 and 2. From the beginning, it starts with a bang. There's complete action, there's drama. I mean, there's characters killed that just, you're like, wow, man, that's crazy. They take chances in this book. I really like it. Out of 5, I'm gonna have to give it a 5.
Me too. Yo, Joe.
Welcome back to Trevor Time. I'm Trevor, and you're not. This week on Trevor Time, we're continuing with our segment on how to create your own comic book. This time, we're doing part 2, creating your characters. Now that you have your rough script, you need to know how your character is going to look, what his personality is, how he's going to act. This is important because you're going to be drawing this character a lot. There's no excuse for boring or generic characters. First, the basics. Is your character male or female? What is their profession? Is this a period piece or is this more a contemporary piece? The styling and costuming are very important. What are the physical characteristics of your character? Are they short? Are they tall? Are they fat? Are they thin? Try not to make them all the same. Try to vary your body types. Make your characters interesting. Your character should be distinct. A good rule of thumb is you should be able to identify the character by its silhouette. Now all you got to do is do the same thing for all the other characters. A good exercise is to do a character lineup. This gives the size relationship between all the characters that are in your story. Remember, if it has a speaking part, it should be unique looking. Lastly, remember to keep it simple. You're going to be drawing these characters a lot, so remember the shortcuts. Next time on Trevor Time, we're going to start thumbnailing. I'm keeping this!
Man, all this green crap coming from the sky.
It's not just green crap, it's spiders.
Yeah, man, it looks like boogers and stuff. Damn you, spring. Anyway, so that's our show for this week. Thanks for joining.
As always, we want to thank our sponsors, Night Flight Comics, the greatest comic book store in the world, and Graffiti Designs. But we'd also like to give a shout out to comicsnexus.com.
That's right. We really appreciate what you guys do for us. We love you. Tune in next week when we review more comics and action figures.
We'll see you next week.
Hey, man, you got green crap on your shoulder.
I know.
Jesus, that's nasty.
It's disgusting.
Look at it. I got a green, like, stripe around it.
Ah, it's in my hair.
Yeah, I know. My hair.